Hello Taurus, Elsie here with a bonus read for you, my friends. It is a Sunday evening as I drop these cards. This reading that I do, these bonus reads, I come by a few times a week, Taurus, and give you bonus reads because you love on me all week really hard. I appreciate you, my bull gang. And if you are brand new and you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking here and giving this a shot. If you are brand new, I hope you will stay. We like to be in the comments around here. Some of us are getting to know each other, and we like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And thank you so much for being here, for giving a chance to Ten of Cups Tarot. And for those of you who are the Ride or Dies and you're here all the time, it's you that I appreciate so much. Thank you so much for being here today. I am doing a bonus read, and when I do that, when I do the bonus reads, I do a few times a week for the Taurus gang. I do these reads without any other cards, so I don't use any oracle cards here, and also there's no dates or times here. So let's find out what's going on for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's Figure It Out. I'm your bully sister, by the way. Tell me what's coming up for Taurus. We do have the Three of Wands. So we have expansion. Somebody's looking to step out of their comfort zone, it feels like. You've been waiting for something to happen, and it's ever since some sort of an ending came. It feels like there, with this Eight of Cups, that maybe you pulled away emotionally from someone, or someone pulled away emotionally from you, and there's a big decision to make about something that is arriving here. Taurus, it feels like with the Judgment card in the future and the Eight of Cups in the past, I want to say that the reason that this is coming is because that is what you had mastered. You decided that you knew your worth, and you're walking away from anything you didn't want to settle for. For some of you, it may have been around the last full moon. And the last full moon was around the end of February, right? 25th, I think. So it looks to me like somebody has disconnected from the past, or disconnected from the energy that was back there. And it is time for expansion, waiting for these ships to come in. The thing is this, is that when whatever is about to arrive, whenever it gets to you, Taurus, you're going to have to make some sort of a big decision here. And it is the decision of cutting something out completely, letting it die in the background, in the past, and going on with something else. You would like to resurrect yourself. It's like the old self is dying, the new self is here. The old timeline is dead, and the new timeline is here. And you are going to have to make some really big decisions about whatever it is that is coming up here. We have Virgo and Pisces energy. Now we have the Three of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. I think you knew that eventually, with whatever is catching up with you, which I think is something that you should be rejoicing about. It feels like something that's really exciting. You should be rejoicing about getting a chance at this. Whether it's a second chance or not, I don't know. For some of you, it might be. Doesn't have to be, but it is a really big decision. I want to say this is probably one of the hardest things you ever did. One of the hardest things you ever did, Taurus, was move yourself away from whatever was in the past, emotionally disconnecting from it, taking it at a swords kind of energy, head over heart, right? And it feels like it still hurt, pardon me, it still hurt anyway. It really disappointed you, something that broke your heart. Maybe it was heartbreaking after you left, or maybe it was you had intended on leaving for a long time. Seven of Pentacles is here. And I feel like it was as you were growing and realizing your own worth. I think that's the reason why you made the final cut. That's the reason why you finally pulled out of that vibration and realized that you're just going to take your lumps, that it was someplace you didn't want to be, that no one saw your worth there, and it feels like it was heartbreaking. I want to say that because you let something go, even though you're in heartbreak, something is going to arrive. Let's figure out what else we've got here. We've got the Four of Pentacles. So for some of you, it's been really hard to let go of this. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be anything that has to do with love. It is the Eight of Cups, but understand the Eight of Cups is it's not the 10. Right? The person here on this card is leaving because they don't want to settle for the 8. And although the 8 might have been good for a really long while, it's no longer okay with whoever is leaving this vibration. So I feel like the full moon indicates that something is over. We have to release something. And I think what you're releasing really is yourself. I think you're releasing yourself from the past. We've got the Four of Pentacles here and the Seven of Pentacles. It does feel like you're still holding on to the heartbreak or the anguish or or the disappointment. It feels like you're still, some nights you still get upset or you still cry about it, but you know it was the best thing for you to move forward here. Because I think what is going to arrive is arriving because you've been patient, because you have been working really hard, and sometimes it didn't seem worth it, but it feels like you've been working really hard. Your patience is about to pay off, Taurus. Tell me about the Judgment card, please. What's this decision? There it is, Taurus. Your patience is about to pay off, my friend. There is a love coming here, and I do believe this is romantic love. It's a new path in love. Understand, it is all things that make your heart happy, and it is going to be a time of overflowing. It feels like you will not have the room in which to receive these blessings here, I want to say. So regardless of whether that is new love for you or something else, a new path that makes you super emotionally happy and abundant, because this cup is sitting in the water, but there's fish. Fish in water here, that is abundance. So I feel like the universe was waiting for you to make room for something else so they could bless you with whatever this is. Tell me about the Five of Swords, please. The Nine of Swords, one more. Queen of Cups. So Taurus, I really do feel that the reason that this is coming in here is because you did throw down your swords and you left. You decided that you were no longer going to hang around in anguish. That whatever was going on back here, whether it was a job or a place you were living or a person that you were dealing with, that there were disagreements and battles. And I think that you kept overlooking them. I think you kept overlooking them, although even after these battles, you would go into isolation and alienation. It feels like whoever was causing the strife or whatever was causing the strife, it feels like you were allowing it. And I feel like the universe was waiting for you to show them that you really mean business, right? Because we sometimes go back and forth, and look, be patient with yourself, because if you're the person who hasn't yet pulled out of the old vibration, it's going to take time. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself and grow. Learn the self. Make sure you're learning which direction you want. Where are you going next? And it really is important for you to be patient with yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. But I do believe that the reason that I'm connecting with you, Taurus, the reason I'm connecting with you is because you did finally allow somebody just to be in this energy. You know what? You can do that. And I feel like you walked away. I feel like you're like, no, I'm not going to be in this energy with you anymore. I'm not going to be in this energy of difference, indifference, battles. At what cost, right? That's what this is. At what cost? So then we have the Nine of Swords, and it feels like you worry about it for a bit. I want to say that you worry about, oh, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing by walking away? I think you did, because look at the blessings here. I feel like it makes you far more compassionate. And I'm not talking about everybody else. I feel like you're being compassionate with you. I feel like you decide that you no longer want to be worried about walking away, that there is a depth of love coming here, and it starts with the Ace of Cups. Look, we have two cups, one in the hand of the Queen and one here, the Ace of Cups. I feel like there is something beautiful coming in for you. It could be a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. It could be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be Virgo or Pisces. But nonetheless, it feels like the reason you're being rewarded, Taurus, is because you've been patient. You've been waiting for whatever it is that the ships are bringing in here. Tell me about the Three of Wands. It feels like whatever you've been waiting for is right around the corner and is about to arrive. And we've got the Ace of Wands. It's something very passionate. And I feel like it starts out as an exciting, passionate, creative sort of, it feels like excitement to me. So it feels mostly like excitement. It's an exciting new path that you're on, but there's three wands here. Somebody's bringing the fourth one. So it feels like it's something that is exciting and at the very beginning, but I feel like it does grow into something that is very stable and happy and passionate and exciting. It feels like with the Four Wands here that you might be receiving at any time now, you might be receiving a soulmate, someone you're deeply connected to here with the 1111, the Four Wands. And the reason that this is happening is because of the World card. So it feels like you finally decided this is my milestone. I am going to achieve the thing that I said I was going to come here to do, and that is my happiness. Taurus, I feel like you've put yourself from the back burner on the front burner. That's what it feels like here. With the World card, you have decided that you're, one, not only never going to start a relationship in passion again, because I think the World card is telling me you're closing the door on the beginning being the Ace of Wands. Although the Ace of Wands is contributing to whatever is going to be exciting and passionate that's coming up, I feel as though the World card is telling me here that your milestone, or whatever you're closing the door on, is I'm never going to start a relationship in passion again, because it just burns out. It burns out, and you just never know what the person's intention is until you get to a point where it starts to burn out. And then you realize, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this. But the World card is achievement, right? It's leaving an old vibration. Things are coming full circle. So for some of you, things coming full circle could mean that whatever you started back there, like maybe years ago, is about to come back to you now. The Judgment card is here. And that's not for everybody. For some of you, it is brand new love. And for others of you, it is somebody who you've been waiting for to come back. Now, if this is someone who's from the past, you want them to come back. You've been waiting for them. It's exciting. It's exciting. It's full of love. I feel like it's the reason that this person is coming to you is because you cut someone else out of your life in order to make room for this person. It's time for expansion. It feels like it's time to make a decision, right? And the decision is, I'm no longer going to just stand by and let somebody else make decisions for me. We do have the 3 of Wands, and the 2 is the 5. The 5 Wands is having internal negative dialogue, or embroiled in a battle with the self. It's also indecision. I'm not really sure what I want to do at this point. We do have the 2 of Cups, and I feel like you're about to make a decision in love. You're about to make a decision. The 2 Cups, I was talking about them here, called them out. They show up here, right? So I do believe that I feel like you're at the top of the world. I want to say when we look at this, we can see that somebody, probably the Emperor, we don't really know, but probably the Emperor always shows up in the red cape. Somebody who's standing at the top of their castle, surveying the land and saying, I can do anything I want. I can go anywhere in the world that I want, and I can do anything that I want. For some of you, this could be work. Maybe you are getting online to do something on the World Wide Web. But for others of you, I feel like what's arriving here is some sort of adventure. It could be someone who is a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, but it also could be Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. Tell me what you let go of, Taurus. You let go of something that was a soulmate relationship, I feel. It never grew, Taurus. You wanted it to grow. You were hoping it would grow, but it never grew. We've got the 4 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, which tells me it started at the page and stayed at the page, and then it ended. So it feels like this was a soulmate relationship that you had back here. But look, we're always going to come across soulmates that are not yet healed. Just because you're a healed soulmate, it doesn't mean all your other soulmates are healed. Some of us get pushed off the path and we lose ourselves along the way. And that's the truth of it. We lose the perspective of what we're here for. What's the point, right? So what I think that you are holding on is heartbreak. I think you're holding on to heartbreak. I feel like you're still feeling the effects of having to let this person go, or I feel like it was you that walked away, Taurus, which is really hard because although I feel like you're used to people saying, okay, I'm done, I'm out, I don't think you're used to being the one that pulls out or pulls away your emotional thing. I feel like you're not the person that usually does that, but you had to do it this time. It wasn't working out. So I feel like what you're doing is you're very focused on your healing, your growth. I feel like you're focused on your pentacle world, and I feel like you're holding on to sadness while you're still trying to grow and be patient about what's coming in. Tell me about what you're holding on to. What's this 4 of Pentacles here about? We've got the Knight of Pentacles, we've got the 10 of Wands, and we've got Justice in the reverse. So it almost feels like you're saying, Elsie, it's never going to arrive. Like it's never going to arrive. And I'm going to tell you that maybe you just need to put down these burdens and you'll be able to see a little further into the distance. I feel like you feel that it's never going to arrive, or that you're never going to get justice in the situation that you've been waiting forever for. And maybe for some of you it's true. Maybe it's not coming. It is what it is. Look, if you tell the universe, oh, I'm never going to get that. Universe says, okay, you're never going to get that. If you tell the universe, look, I'm just being patient. I'm growing myself. I know I'm hanging on to a little bit of sadness and grief because of what I had to let go back here. here, but I'm willing to let go of something that would have been an instant gratification situation. I'm willing to let go of this in order to wait for this. And I feel like this is what's coming in, this Judgment card here. So I feel like for some of you, it's not going to come. And that's the truth. And you come here and say, I watch your readings day after day after day, and nothing ever happens. Well, you keep telling the universe it's not going to happen, and it won't, my friend. So I feel like some of you are holding on to that. Some of you are holding on to the burden of it's never going to be mine. It's taking too long. Well, I feel like for those of you who are complaining and moaning that it's taking too long, you're the one who still has not learned the lesson of patience. So, tell me what the outcome is here. What's arriving for Taurus, please? Because I feel like it is somebody who is very kind and compassionate. I feel like they are someone who is ready for love. This person has gone through a lot of growth. They've also gone through a lot of hard times. The lotus flower tells me that, because lotus flowers only grow in the mud. I feel like somebody here is ready to speak aloud their feelings, because we've got blue, and blue is the throat chakra, which does rule Taurus. Tell me about the outcome here. We've got the King of Swords, we've got the Hermit, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So it does feel like somebody is coming out of hermit mode here, Taurus. It could be a Virgo, could be a Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Libra, any of the other signs that I've mentioned here. We do have the Queen of Swords. Somebody wants to speak with you and wants to be very clear and honest and very explicit about what they have been learning. I feel somebody has learned a lesson here. And I don't only think it's you. I think it's the King of Swords. Now, we could be talking about someone who is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. Look, this is an energy. It doesn't always have to be a person with that sign in your life. But somebody who exudes this energy of head over heart. We're not going to get our emotions involved. We're going to talk about it. We have things that we need to get out on the table. But I feel like the King of Swords has come to a realization that that there is wisdom here. This person had to find their light before they could see you. And that's what took time. And so even though you're demanding the universe, where is it? Where is it? The universe is like, slow your roll. I can see everything from the top down. You can't see everything. So I feel like there is somebody coming in here. And I do feel that they could be a Virgo possibly, or somebody who is finally full of wisdom. Things are going to move in a fortunate way, but first they're going to piss you off. And that's the Wheel of Fortune. Look, it's a lot of change. It is fated. It's all those romantic notions of, oh, fate, oh, divine timing, all of that stuff, right? But it's going to piss you off because it's all about change and you're a fixed sign. And even if you're not a fixed sign, it's going to piss you off, because when you ask for something, you have to understand that other things must end in order for something else to begin. It's the law of the universe. And I feel like that's what's happening here. So I feel like the King of Swords is coming out of hermit mode here, is coming out of being silent or being quiet, because it's time. It is a fated moment. It's a fated moment in time here. And somebody here who previously was not speaking or saying anything now has a lot to say. That Ace of Swords in the hand of the Knight of Swords is, I got something to say. Same with the King holding the same sword, right? Got two swords here, which tells me that somebody has kind of been blocking themselves from the situation or didn't see it for what it really was. But I really do feel that silence is about to turn into a whole lot of chitter chatter, because here comes this Gemini type energy. And I feel like somebody is just going to let you know it, lay it all on the line. But for those of you who are in this energy of the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, feeling heavily burdened because you have to wait and wait. I don't want the patience. I don't want the patience. That's why you're waiting, because you got to learn the lesson about patience. You're not getting justice because you can't learn the lesson of patience. All right. Somebody is inspired to move forward. It could be someone who's Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. It doesn't have to be. But the King of Wands never does anything without inspiration. So I feel like someone's inspired to come forward. Someone who was previously caught in their head, didn't know what to say, didn't know what to do. I feel like this person's coming forward. And instead of being quiet, silent, it's time for the chitter chatter. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Taurus. Take care, loves. I'll be back tomorrow, of course. Is the sneak peek for the week. Love you guys. Bye-bye.